Call the June 24th, 2021 meeting of the Parker Planning Commission to order at 7 p.m. Ileana, would you lead us in the pledge? Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Roll call. Absent is Anthony and Tracy and Rich and Ruth Ann. And seated for Rich is Susan. All right, next. Are there any additions to or deletions from the agenda?
No, sir, there are not.
Okay. Then the approval of the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes from the 27th of May meeting?
None for me.
None for me.
Then do we have a motion?
What is it?
Just to
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 27th, 2021 Planning Commission.
I second.
It's been moved by Eric, seconded by Ileana, that we approve the minutes of the May 27th, 2021 meeting. Signify your vote on the screen. And that passed unanimously. All right. Next item. Next item is a public hearing. We want to thank the audience for attending the Parker Planning Commission meeting tonight, and there are a couple of ways to make public comments on any item at this hearing. We can do it here in public at the hearing tonight, or you can join on the Zoom webinar link posted on the town's website, www.parkeronline.org/planningcommission. Facebook Live participants are only able to view and listen to the meeting and are unable to submit public comment on agenda items. If you are on Facebook Live and wish to submit a public comment on an item tonight, now would be a good time to leave Facebook Live and join the Planning Commission meeting on Zoom. For Zoom participants that wish to comment on any agenda item, use the Zoom raise your hand feature when I open the hearing for public comment. We appreciate your attendance and participation at the Planning Commission. Okay, we will open the public hearing for our first item, item 7A, a bill for an ordinance to amend section 13.03.030 of the Parker Municipal Code concerning planning department adjustments, and we will open the hearing at 7:03. Bryce?
Thank you, Chair, members of the Commission. As noted, before you tonight is a proposed ordinance regarding planning adjustments in the code. In 2020, executive orders were issued to respond to the to the COVID-19 pandemic. The town is codifying some amendments to the code to establish a formal transition from the orders into regular code practice. The town in this process would like to support businesses during this transition. Our code right now says that any changes to a commercial site must receive town approval. Changes less than 15% qualify for a shorter process called a site plan adjustment. Normally, a site plan adjustment or site plan amendment approval would apply to designating certain parking spaces for pickup and delivery, painting crosswalks, and other minor changes to site plans. They would also normally apply to changes or expansions to patios for commercial businesses. Planning Commission heard a previous version of this ordinance on May 27, 2021. On June 21st, 2021, Town Council continued this ordinance to add temporary patios to the exemption from site plan adjustments and its criteria. This continuance was to allow the Planning Commission to hear the proposed changes. So the proposed ordinance, as noted on May 27th, would exclude certain temporary site plan changes such as marking pickup delivery parking spaces, painting crosswalks, and other temporary changes from the requirement for a site plan adjustment approval by the town. Added since then was the exclusion of temporary patios that were already approved through a temporary use permit during the pandemic. This requirement would also be added to the proposed ordinance and would be excluded from site plan adjustment requirements. The ordinance would be in place until December 31st, 2021. This is another change from the previous ordinance. The previous ordinance was in effect till September 30th, 2021. This aligns with the proposed extension of timeline that was recommended by approval for the Planning Commission and approved by Town Council on the 21st. Staff recommends the Planning Commission recommend Town Council approve an ordinance regarding suspending certain Planning Department adjustment requirements through December 31st, 2021. As always, I'm available for any questions you may have.
Thank you, Bryce. Questions for Bryce?
None.
No. My only question is what happens after December 31st? It just reverts back to where we were before?
Yeah, so the code reverts back. These property owners would have to do one of two things: either remove the temporary patios or temporary changes to their site, or come in for a site plan adjustment and seek a permanent approval from the town.
Got it. Thank you. That's the only question I had.
Okay.
Actually, Bryce, is there going to be any, so come December, let's just take worst case scenario, that we're back to the 10th or whatever, is there going to be some leeway for the town to approve these administratively and quickly, almost like an exemption or an exception for a while?
So the patios right now, this would allow the ones that have already been approved during the pandemic. If unfortunately we were back in such a situation, the town could put forth again emergency orders and allow for some sort of continuation of this, or the town could come before Planning Commission, Town Council, and make some more permanent changes to the code, including extending this or making other changes as determined appropriate at the time.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay. Since this is a public hearing, we like to involve the public, and so we will open the hearing to public comment. Do we have any hands, Jeff? Or Bryce, or whoever's watching Zoom?
No, sir, we do not.
Okay. We have no comments from the audience. So we will close the public comment section of the meeting. Do we need any further information from Bryce on this?
No.
Okay. And we will close the public hearing at 7:08. Planning Commissioners discussion?
I'm happy that they can move it. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. I'm happy that they can move it up to continue to do.
I appreciate helping out small business and getting these people back up on their feet without going through gyrations.
Yep, I'm supportive. Nothing to add.
Yeah, no, I'm also very supportive.
Yeah, certainly we supported it in its previous version, and our feedback was taken into consideration by council. Appreciate that. And so do we have a motion?
I move the Planning Commission recommend Town Council approve an ordinance to amend the Parker Municipal Code regarding suspending certain Planning Department adjustment requirements through December 31st, 2021.
I second.
It's been moved by Eric, seconded by Kim. The Planning Commission recommend Town Council approve an ordinance to amend, and I can't read it. Well, if I only knew what it was, but the voting thing is over the top of it.
Here.
I got it. I move the Planning Commission recommend Town Council approve an ordinance to amend the Parker Municipal Code regarding suspending certain Planning Department adjustment requirements through December 31st, 2021. And please note your vote on the screen. And that passes unanimously. Now on to item 8, Planning Commission items. We have some members that are leaving the commission at the end of this term, which is really this meeting, and certainly, as I told the new members coming on board tonight, it's you know, to volunteer in the town, there are a lot of things that you can do, and there's a lot of things that people get involved with, but I think being a volunteer in this kind of position is very important, and we have people on the commission, you know, who have dedicated a lot of time. One of the members, John Howe, has been on a long while. I don't know, probably 6-7 years, Bryce?
Since 2013.
Yeah. And so, you know, we're losing a lot of expertise with him leaving, and Susan and Tracy have been invaluable as alternates in their time on the commission as well. You want to say anything further, Bryce?
No, just for all three of them, and the commission in general, but all three of those that are leaving, we as staff and the town really appreciate sharing your time, your expertise, and your dedication to the town and the Planning Commission role. It's a very important role to the community, and it's the public's appointed position to participate in our process. So thank you. Thank you, Susan, in particular, and Tracy and John, who unfortunately can't be here.
Yeah. Susan, thank you. It's in a nice
Oh, my golly.
little sleeve there. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's only been 2 years, but I've enjoyed every moment of it, and you may see me again.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Anything else, Bryce?
I'll just,
meeting. Yeah.
So I guess I'll just welcome Nick Metz and Roxy Colette, who will be sitting up in among you as alternates here starting June 30th.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Not here as Abbas Adwala. He had to leave.
And our next meeting is July 8th, correct? And the land development ordinance?
That's correct. Thank you, Chair. July 8th, the land development ordinance study session will be at 5:30, and then there'll actually be a couple items on the agenda after that.
Okay. All right. All right, then we will adjourn the meeting at 7:13.